So we are on chapter 2, thought and circumstances. On the other hand, beautiful thoughts of all kinds crystallize into habits of grace and kindness, which solidify into genial and sunny circumstances. Pure thoughts crystallize into habits of temperance and self-control, which solidify into circumstances of repose and peace. Thoughts of courage, self-reliance, and decision crystalline into manly habits, which solidify into circumstances of success, plenty, and freedom. So, like we saw yesterday, कि जब हम कुछ गलत थॉट या नेगेटिव थॉट या बिलो द लाइन फीलिंग को हम थॉट्स में लेके आते हैं, हाउ they solidify and show up in your circumstances. So it actually works both ways. So whether we are talking about any negative thought, which is, manifesting itself into our circumstances, and it works the same when we are talking about any kind of a positive or above the line thought. Because thought को या माइंड को ये डिस्टिंक्शन नहीं पता, in the sense the universe does not understand what exactly is positive or negative, because positive, negative, good or bad is the perception of the mind. But जो भी हम सोच रहे हैं, हमें पता है वो पॉजिटिव है या नेगेटिव है, because we are on this school of earth where we know everything is in duality. So if there is a good, there is a bad. तो जब मैं अपने माइंड में या आप लोग अपने माइंड से पॉजिटिव थॉट्स को सोचोगे या पॉजिटिव थॉट्स के सीड्स प्लांट करोगे, they will eventually mature into the fruit of something which is, based on that foundation of positive. So your thoughts basically will solidify into whatever is there at the base. So if you talk about whatever is happening in your life, so that is the picture of what is happening in your life is actually a building which you are creating, and where everything, every brick you put, because a building would have a lot of bricks. एक brick से building नहीं बनेगी, हजारों लाखों bricks चाहिए होती है to make a building. So हर एक brick corresponds to your each and every seed of thought that you have implanted or planted in your mind. Because eventually what is your reality, or that building which you are creating, is based on each and every brick. And that brick represents, in terms of your personal life, all your thoughts. So अगर आप पॉजिटिव थॉट की ब्रिक डाल रहे हो और साथ साथ नेगेटिव थॉट की ब्रिक डाल रहे हो, chances are when there is an event, something like an earthquake sorts, the building will shake. Because उसकी फाउंडेशन में या उसकी ब्रिक्स में कहीं ना कहीं वो नेगेटिविटी की ब्रिक भी है. So it's the same way when we are talking about or working with our own mind, जो भी हमारे पॉजिटिव थॉट है या पॉजिटिव ब्रिक है, स्ट्रक्चर जो आपकी लाइफ की रियलिटी में आएगा, इट विल बी बेस्ड ऑन दैट. And we also discussed it yesterday, आज जो मेरे साथ हो रहा है is not necessarily a result of what thought I had yesterday, because it takes time for the seed to grow into a fruit or a plant or whatever is the seed is intended to do. बट आज मेरे पास ऑप्शन ये है कि मैं सीड्स वो प्लांट करूं अपने माइंड में which are going to give me positive results. That's the whole concept. Because जो हम पीछे कर चुके हैं या जो हमने सीड्स पीछे डाल दिए हैं, we cannot uproot the fruits. We cannot go and take out that seed in our conscious self. Yes, we can work with those thoughts which are there in your subconscious, but for that you need a therapy where you will have to get onto that state of that subconscious mind where that thought or that, the storage of that thought is there, and then actually change it. It's like, it's a therapy, and hypnotherapy is basically going to that instance and, tearing that page from your memory bank and replacing it with a new thing. So that is possible. But yes, again, then you need a therapist, you need to go for a hypnotherapy session. But in your personal life, in your personal space, what you can do is start putting good seeds. Start sowing the seeds of, what do you say, of positivity. Because eventually that will slowly manifest into your reality. Because जो पीछे हमने सीड्स डाले हुए हैं वो अभी हम नहीं चेंज कर सकते इन आवर कॉन्शियस सेल्फ, बट आज हमारे पास ऑप्शन ये जरूर है कि हम नए सीड्स, पॉजिटिव सीड्स जरूर डाल सकते हैं, सो दैट इवेंचुअली आफ्टर व्हेन जो मैं आज सीड डाल रहा हूं, जब उसकी फ्रूटेशन होगी, so things will be at a better place where they were as compared to what you are doing right now, or as to whatever is happening in your life right now. So if you start to think about yourself, or, since the time you are into this line of, say, we are connecting on book reading, so we've done 6-7 books. So if you start comparing yourself, now this comparison is self analysis. You analyze where is it that you're coming from and where is it you are, at this particular moment, there will be significant changes. वो इसलिए है कि थोड़े 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 हम पॉजिटिव सीड्स डाल रहे हैं, बट अगर हम इस चीज को रियलाइज करें कि इसकी इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग पावर है, and we actually start becoming consciously aware of this power of our own thought and work consciously with planting positive good seeds in terms of our positive good thoughts, your life is in for a transformation. And say 2 or 3 months, if you continue this, whatever you start manifesting would be a direct result of the seed you're planting now. Provided you continue to plant those seeds and you continue to water them and you continue to weed out any negativity that hovers around. So it is a journey of being consciously aware. It never stops. It should never stop, because the day it stops, the day you start going back, again, you're working with those negative seeds and you're implanting those negative seeds in your mind, and eventually whatever is there will go away. हो सकता है उतनी intensity से ना जाए, but then eventually things will get back, because the way we work with our mind and the way we feed our mind with all the seeds of our thought, that determines what is going to happen in my life, or what that determines what is going to happen in your people's life. So it's a constant practice of planting the good positive seeds with the right intention. That's all. Energetic thoughts crystallize into habits of cleanliness and industry, which solidify into circumstances of pleasantness. Gentle and forgiving thoughts crystallize into habits of gentleness, which solidify into protective and preservative circumstances. Loving and unselfish thoughts, which solidify into circumstances of sure and abiding prosperity and true riches. So, हर एक थॉट की जो एक एनर्जी है, उसकी एक स्पेसिफिक फ्रीक्वेंसी पे जो है, that is what is going to, come in your actual reality. So if it's a negative thought, negative outcomes, negativity around. But if it's a positive thought, energetic thought, cleanliness around you, prosperity around you, abundance around you, और ये अपने आप नहीं आ रहा है, it's working with your own thought. And it's very interesting, जब आप अपने आप को इतना वो करते हो, you start attracting a lot of positive people in your life. I mean, I can share it from my own personal experience that once you start becoming more conscious about your thought and the power it has in terms of manifesting your actual reality, and you start working with the positivity or enhancing the positivity in and around you, you actually start coming across and meeting such positive, such inspirational people that you're like, wow, मैं इसको पहले क्यों नहीं मिला? And it'll be those people who you know since long. जरूरी नहीं है कोई नया ही आए, नए भी आएंगे, पुराने भी आएंगे. But you will be so amazed with the positivity of the other person because that now resonates with your frequency. बंदे में तो पॉजिटिविटी पहले भी थी, हमें नहीं दिखी. So जब हम अपनी थॉट्स में वो पॉजिटिव एनर्जी डालते हैं, that is where we attract the positive energies of the others and we start coming in contact with those people and also start realizing the positivity in people around us. So आज जो बंदा हमें नेगेटिव दिख रहा है, जब हम अपने आप पे काम करेंगे, अपनी थॉट्स की पावर पे काम करेंगे, अपनी थॉट्स की पॉजिटिविटी पे काम करेंगे, हमें उसी बंदे में पॉजिटिव दिखनी शुरू हो जाती है. And that actually happens. Not because the other person has changed. The other person will never change unless or until he is working on his own self and he wants to work on his positivity, then he will change. But if the other person is not doing any conscious effort and just being the way he is, you will only attract the positivity around you because you are coming from that space of positivity. आपको वही दिखेगा, आप वही attract करोगे. And that same person who you feel is negative right now, you will be amazed, yeah, how come I didn't see the positivity in that person ever since I met the other person? और person में कोई change नहीं आएगा. It's only you who has changed the way you see things. And that happens when you start putting those seeds of positivity in your mind. because जब वो positive seed जाएंगे, उसमें positivity बढ़ेगी, your eyes will only look for the positivity which is around you, and you will start attracting that positivity which has been around you for so long, but it's just that you were wearing those negative glasses that you were not able to see that positivity which was already there outside of you. It's only when you enhance or light that lamp of positivity inside that we see light outside instead of seeing darkness outside. So, there was this ad, I think Center Fresh. अंदर की बत्ती जगाओ. So, अंदर की पॉजिटिविटी जगाओ, अंदर की बत्ती खुद जगेगी. And you do not need any external light. That internal light of positivity will actually lighten up everything that is appearing dark to you right now. That's the power of that positivity inside of you through your thought, through your mind. Particular train of thought persisted in, be it good or bad, cannot fail to produce its results on the character and circumstances. A man cannot directly choose his circumstances, but he can choose his thoughts. So indirectly, yet surely, shape his circumstances. Nature helps every man to gratification of the thoughts which he most encourages, and opportunities are presented which will most speedily bring to the surface both the good and the evil thoughts. So we don't choose exactly our circumstances, but what we can do in order to change or in order to get what is it that we desire in terms of our circumstances is make that choice of that thought. Because what is happening in your life or whatever is in your destiny is nothing but a set of consequences based on the choices you have made in your conscious life or probably the subconscious life, at the subconscious level, at the soul level. So आज मेरे पास option ये है, सबके पास है, is that we have that choice to change that thought. Because a consequence is attached to one particular choice. और जब भी हम वो choice करेंगे, the consequence of that choice will always be the same. So in order to change the consequence, we need to actually just simply be aware and change that choice. हमने बचपन में कितने एग्जाम्पल्स किए हैं, like for example if you talk about maths, so if we add 2 plus 2 you will get 4, but if we look at the power of 2 plus 2 we might get 22. But then that choice to look at it from another angle, that has to be made in order to get to that synergy. That 1 plus 1 logically is 2, but if I get the energies and the synergies of 1 and 1 and get it together, I can get 11. It's possible. But अगर मैं 1 plus 1 1 plus 1 1 plus 1 ही करी जाऊंगा तो मुझे 2 ही मिलेगा. 11 के लिए मुझे 1 को 1 के साथ लेके जाना पड़ेगा. वो एक चॉइस चेंज करनी पड़ेगी कि मुझे ऐड नहीं करना है, मुझे साथ रखना है. That is where I will get that synergy, that is where I will get that powerful energy of 2 ones to create an 11 for myself. And not go with the original choice सारा time 1 plus 1 2 1 plus 1 2 1 plus 1 2. Because that choice, उसका consequence 2 ही रहेगा. But अगर मैंने वो choice change की, and in this case what we are doing is just a thought change, that I am synergizing the energies and the effects of that same one. So that same one, me, you, whoever are we referring to, we are talking about the same one, but we are trying to look at it from a different perspective of seeing the synergy and the energy in that one. So that when that one combines and synergizes its energies with the another one, instead of 2, you get 11. And that's the beauty of changing that thought in your mind. 1 और 1 2 की बजाय 11 भी मिल सकते हैं. That option exists, and that option exists with all the ones available, with everyone available, with you being that one also. That choice is available. कहीं बाहर नहीं जाना है. Let a man cease from his sinful thoughts, and all the world will soften towards him and be ready to help him. Let him put away his weakly and sickly thoughts, and the opportunities will spring up on every hand to aid his strong resolves. Let him encourage good thoughts, and no hard fate should bind him down to wretchedness and shame. The world is your kaleidoscope, and the varying combination of colors which at every succeeding moment it presents to you are the exquisitely adjusted pictures of your ever-moving thoughts. I would like to read this paragraph again. I think I got lost. Nice. Let a man cease from his sinful thoughts, and all the world will soften towards him and be ready to help him. Let him put away his weakly and sickly thoughts, and the opportunities will spring up on every hand to aid his strong resolves. Let him encourage good thoughts, and no hard fate shall bind him down to wretchedness and shame. The world is your kaleidoscope, and the varying combination of colors which at every succeeding moment it presents to you are the exquisitely adjusted pictures of your ever moving thoughts. So what we need to do as humans, as human beings, as individual beings, is we need to be ready, that there is a power which is ready to work with us, and that power is that power of our own thoughts. और जब हम उन thoughts को, for example we are talking about some weak thoughts, negative thoughts, जब हम वहां पे conscious effort से उस thought को change करने की कोशिश करेंगे, then automatically when we are putting the positive seeds, we will get a positive outcome. So जो मैं आज कर रहा हूँ मेरे को उसका आउटकम मिलेगा, और जो मेरे साथ आज आउटकम है वो कहीं ना कहीं पास्ट में मैंने उसका एक सीड डाला है, तो वो उसी के साथ चला है. So जब हम अपने sinful thoughts निकालेंगे and we plant some good thoughts, the entire world will be there, and the gambit of opportunities will open on its own, and that's the universe opening up. So जब मैं अपना वो गेट खोलूंगा of abundance, of receiving basically, so the entire gambit of what is there outside, I am making a conscious effort to let that all positivity, abundance, prosperity to flow inside of me. और वो तभी होगा जब मैं अपने थॉट्स में वो चीज डालना शुरू करूंगा, because then I am going to be at that frequency where I can attract what is there in order to enhance my reality or my way of being here on this school of earth. Because at the end of the day, जो भी हमारे साथ हो रहा है या जो भी आप लोगों के साथ हो रहा है, उसका कॉज एक पास्ट थॉट के सीड में है. वो आपने कॉन्शियसली क्रिएट किया है, ये सब कॉन्शियसली क्रिएट किया है, वी डोंट नो, बट डेफिनेटली वो क्रिएट किया गया है। अगर वो कॉन्शियसली हमने क्रिएट किया है तो हमें पता लग जाएगा कि मैंने क्या किया है, बट अगर वो हमने सब कॉन्शियसली किया है, इट्स पार्ट ऑफ द सोल, इट्स पार्ट ऑफ अ लेसन दैट द सोल इज हियर, then we need to work on that state of emotion where we are when we are experiencing that in our reality. For example, if I am attracting a lot of anger and fights in any relationship, and that is making me not happy, so and that is making me feel say frustrated or any other emotion, what we need to do is work with the opposites. So if I am feeling frustrated due to this and it's become a pattern, मुझे उसका opposite ढूंढना है अपनी life में, जिससे I will be at ease. It can be a dictionary meaning or it can be any other emotion that resonates and you feel that is the opposite of what you're feeling right now. And then in order to get that, we need to plant those seeds right now. And plant those seeds right now, like we did yesterday, is to go back to a happy moment of ours where we felt that what is it that we are desiring right now. Because then that seed is being planted in your thought that this is what I desire. And this is what, I am now consciously ready to manifest in my reality. Because in earth, everything will be through duality. So अगर आज हमें सफरिंग लग रही है, गुस्सा आ रहा है, एंजाइटी आ रही है, एंगर आ रहा है, दे आर ऑल पार्ट एंड पार्सल्स ऑफ योर एक्सपीरियंसेस हियर ऑन प्लैनेट अर्थ। बिकॉज उसका जो ऑपोजिट है, आपका लेसन उसमें छुपा हुआ है। सो हमें उस चीज को ढूंढना।